Welcome back to a brand new episode of Mushroom Programming. In today's episode we're going to be doing something that we've never done on this channel before, and that is reacting to another video. It's something that I want to do. I want to interact to videos now, tech related ones, and I couldn't find a better one than the one that was released on December the 6th, which was Google demonstrating Gemini. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right or not, but let's just say Gemini, which is their new AI tool. It's very similar to ChatGPT, or at least that's what it's being advertised as. So it should be competing with ChatGPT. I haven't actually seen the video. I've seen like a 30-second snippet or ad of it on TikTok, something like that. And I thought this is something that might actually be interesting to people who follow my channel, considering I actually worked with AI before. So I've got it ready here. I'm watching it for the first time. I guess we can watch the entire thing together and then go back and break it down. I'm very excited to see what it's like because the 30-second video that I saw was insane. So let's see if it actually holds up. So I'm just gonna start the video. And I hope you can hear at this point. There's not much going on anyways.
All right, testing Gemini. Here we go. Tell me what you see.
I see you placing a piece of paper on the table. I see a squiggly line.
What about now?
The contour lines are smooth and flowing, with no sharp angles or jagged edges. It looks like a bird to me.
What if I add this?
The bird is swimming in the water. It has a long neck and beak. It is a duck.
Yes.
A duck is a type of waterfowl in the family Anatidae. Ducks are closely related to geese and swans. The duck appears to be blue. This is not a common color for ducks. However, there are some breeds of blue ducks. These are typically not as common as other duck breeds. It is more common for ducks to be brown, black, or white.
Are you sure?
What the quack? I was just talking about a blue duck, and now you're holding one. It looks like blue ducks are more common than I thought.
Would this float?
I promise to watch the whole thing, but just real quick, I don't think this is real.
I'm not sure what material it's made of, but it looks like it might be rubber or plastic.
What if I tell you it's making a squeaking sound?
Oh, if it's squeaking, it's definitely going to float.
Nice.
It is a rubber duck. It is made of a material that is less dense than water.
Can you teach me how to say this in a different language? And give me a few options. Ooh, can you explain how to pronounce the Mandarin one? Is it Yazi? Yazi.
Is pronounced with a first tone. In Mandarin, there are 4 tones, which are essential to distinguish the meaning of words. The first tone is a high, level tone.
Oh, okay.
The duck is in the middle of the ocean. There is no land nearby for the duck to rest or find food. It is unlikely to find ducks here naturally.
Okay, based on what you see, come up with a game idea. Oh, and use emojis, please.
How about this? We can play a game called Guess the Country.
Sure, let's do it.
Clue 1. This country is the home of the kangaroo, the koala, and the Great Barrier Reef.
Oh, that's easy.
Clue 2. This country loves football and has won the most men's World Cups in football history. You are trying to get me to find the paper ball under the cup. I accept the challenge. The cup to the left.
Nice.
I know what you're doing. You're playing rock, paper, scissors.
What do you see now?
The fingers are spread out to look like the wings of a butterfly.
What's this?
Big ear and barking mouth. A dog.
Sweet.
The coin should be under the right hand.
I don't know.
The coin is in the left hand using a sleight of hand technique to make it appear as if the coin has disappeared. Both objects are round and flat.
There you go.
Both are food. The orange is a healthier choice than the cookie. Citrus can be calming, and so can the spin of the fidget toy. They are both examples of popular toys that have been enjoyed by children and adults alike for many years.
Give me some ideas for what I could make with this.
I see pink and green yarn. How about a dragon fruit? Or how about a green cake with a pink heart?
Okay, how about these colors? And maybe show me some animals.
Okay, now I see blue and pink yarn. How about a pig with blue ears? Or an octopus? Or a bunny with a pink nose?
Ooh, I'll keep those in mind. Which way should the duck go?
Going left leads to a duck, which is a friend. Going right leads to a bear, which is a foe. It is better to make friends than crab.
That's right. Is this the right order?
No, the correct order is Sun, Earth, Saturn.
Based on their design, which of these would go faster?
The car on the right would be faster. It is more aerodynamic.
Which looks more fun?
The one on the right, because it has a loop.
What do you think this person might be saying out here?
I think they are acting out the famous bullet time scene from The Matrix.
Ooh, nice. What do you think might happen next?
The cat is going to jump to the wall and stick the landing. It's going to be a perfect 10. Oh, and it's a miss. It looks like it was just a little too far away. But don't worry. The cat is a natural athlete and it will be back up there in no time.
Okay, I've got one more for you. Describe the drawing I made.
It is a simple line drawing of the constellation Gemini. You did a good job of capturing the beauty of Gemini.
Nice. That's it.
Okay, so real quick, they called it Gemini, and at the very end, they described how there's a star system called Gemini, and they even made it pronounced in case anyone else was wondering, just like me. Now, wow, this was very cool. It did things that I'd never expected to see, and it did very cool things, magical things, amazing things, and also fake things. And I feel bad that I'm saying this without actually researching this, but I'm very positive that that's not real. So let's have a look first at the categories, and I think there might be chapters if I just go on YouTube that we can scroll through. We're not watching it again. But if I just scroll down, okay, so we've got the intro, they started introducing dialogue, multilinguality, game creation, visual puzzles, making connections, image and text generation, logic and spatial reasoning, translating visuals, and cultural understanding. And for example, for cultural understanding, they could show a snippet of a movie, or like a video of a movie, or someone reenacting a part that played out in a movie, and Gemini will be able to tell which movie it was, for example, and what it's referring to. For image and text generation, they were able to detect an image, for example, view an orange and a fidget spinner, understand that there's an orange and a fidget spinner, and then say something like, they both can calm you down by eating it or by spinning the fidget spinner. So very great reasoning, I think, really cool ways of connecting things together. My only issue, and the reason I said fake straight away, is actually how the input and output of this Gemini tool is. For example, with ChatGPT, you can actually do almost any of these things, so you can definitely make connections, you can create puzzles, visual puzzles as well, by the way, including emojis, just like they did. You can definitely ask ChatGPT to create games for you. It can be geographical games, math games, programming games, whatever it is, you can do that. It can definitely translate, even though it's not the best at it yet, but it can definitely translate between one language and the other. And it also has some reasoning. It has translating visuals. I don't think ChatGPT can, or at least a normal one, it cannot detect text and images yet. And it definitely has some cultural understanding. So if you ask or try to ask it a quote that came from a movie, it would understand. If you try to explain some songs, it will know exactly what song it is, and so on. So the technical aspect in terms of the learning model itself, I don't think that's not reasonable. That's definitely reasonable and possible, and the sort of questions and answers that Gemini was giving is correct. I think it can be done. However, this is what I straight away felt like this was fake, and that's because how Gemini was receiving the information, it wasn't like ChatGPT, so it wasn't through typing, it wasn't through text. It seemed like they had a camera connected to Gemini, so that would be your input, so not by typing something up. It was responding to sound and audio, responding to audio and video at the same time, so they had it pointing down facing whatever, and it was working the whole time, which I found very cool. But at the same time, I don't think that's possible. At least for now, I don't think it would definitely be working that quickly, and I don't think Gemini would also respond that quickly audio wise as well. And just in 1 minute, I guess we're gonna go and actually research this together, because I feel bad for dissing them, and it could be true, but I'm very positive it won't be. But something else is why at the same time I, I couldn't find, at least if that's how it looks like when you're interacting with Gemini. If I'm getting help with a math exam, for example, or a programming problem, I'll most likely actually be wanting to type things up, and I would be wanting Gemini to have a log or information printed based on what I actually wrote. So just like ChatGPT, every time I ask something, it spits it out for me, not audio wise, but at the same time it writes it down on the left. And I would want Gemini to have the exact same thing actually. The only problem with audio is you might not be able to hear it quickly. Someone like me who doesn't even speak English that well, I might not understand it that well. And I want to refer back to it. It's not an actual conversation. And I think a lot of developers might be doing this wrong, where when working with AI, they're trying to make an AI tool that resembles humans too much. But the whole idea of AIs in their tool, and I'm just fixing the camera, is actually to not have things that resemble humans. We want it to be better in conversation wise, better in communication, better in understanding the problem and providing the solution. And I just feel like this is actually not the case with Gemini. I think it will be more problematic than anything else. Let's go ahead and actually see if someone else has made the same comments that we are commenting on. So to do this, all we're gonna do is literally just type in Gemini AI, and I just want to see if someone has already wrote anything about this. So definitely people have already been writing, and it's funny because I'm using Google to check this, and no one is saying anything whether it's fake or not. Okay, so CNBC, Google faces controversy over edited Gemini AI video, and maybe we can open that link in a new tab. Okay, and I want to look at this one as well. So I'm gonna go on the one from The Verge first, because I do like them, and I feel like they usually are accurate, at least in terms of the sources. So let me just reduce my image a little bit. No need for me to be that big. Okay, so straight away the title is Google just launched a new AI and has already admitted at least one demo was not real. Awesome. Let's continue reading, because that's exactly what I said. I don't think the demo is real. I think it could be demonstrating how the AI itself works, but the input and the output of the AI tool is definitely not like this. At least that's what I think. So let's find out. I hope it is, but I don't think it will be. So the company's demo video, featuring a spoken conversation with Gemini as it identified drawings in real time, was edited and did not involve an actual spoken prompt. And oh my god, I feel like a genius right now, because that's exactly what I said was fake from the first 10 seconds of me watching that video. I want to look at it a bit more though, because it seems like not everything was fake. So it says Google just announced Gemini, its the most powerful suit for AI models yet, and the company has already been accused of lying about its performance, accused by me as well. An opt from Bloomberg claims Google misrepresented the power of Gemini in a recent video. Google aired an impressive what the quack hands-on video, so that was, just in case you missed out, that would have, and I'm just gonna mute it, but that would have been this one. And maybe I can just,
with no sharp angles or jagged
so where he starts drawing the duck and
swimming in the water. It has a long Anatidae.
This is the section that they're referring to, at least.
For ducks. It is more common for ducks to be brown than I thought.
There we go.
With this flow,
So that's exactly what they were referring to. So they're saying that this part was fake. Let's continue reading. During its announcement earlier this week, and columnist Palmi Olsen says it seemed remarkably capable in the video. Perhaps too capable. And I think that's exactly what my comment was as well. So I looked at it, wow, very cool, insane. You can even see my facial expressions. But then I was like, it's also fake. The 6-minute video, so now they're talking about the entire video. Conversation prompts combined with image recognition, for example. Gemini seemingly recognizes images quickly, even for connect the dots pictures, responds within seconds, and tracks a wad of paper in a cup and ball game in real time. Sure, humans can do all of that, but this is an AI able to recognize and predict what will happen next. So Google also has an important disclaimer apparently that that I completely missed. You have some of her now. Oh, we can even try the model. Awesome. Let's put it over here. Okay, I can't see the disclaimer. For the purpose of this demo, latency has been reduced and Gemini outputs have been shortened for brevity. So it says it right here very clearly that yes, for this demo, latency have been shortened. So if it took Gemini an hour to respond to something, it seems like they edited it so that it responds within seconds. And the outputs themselves have also been altered. So an answer could have been anything, but Gemini changed it to, they edited it to be shorter, and that obviously means refine it, change it a little bit. If it introduced or answered 5 different answers, you're going to pick the one that's mostly correct, and that is still considered as shortened, basically. Let's continue with The Verge. So that's what Olsen takes umbrage with. According to her Bloomberg piece, Google admitted when asked for the comment that the video demo didn't happen in real time with Perkin prompts, but instead used still images frames from raw footage and then wrote out text prompts to which Gemini responded to. So this is again exactly what I'm saying. The input and output of Gemini is completely misrepresented in the video. You will still have to text, you'll still have to stop, and maybe let's actually try that right now that we know there is a demo. But what I'm trying to say is you're not going to be able to speak to Gemini, and Gemini is not going to speak back to you. As you can see very, very clearly here, it says spoken prompts, but instead used still images from frames from raw footage and then wrote out text prompts to which Gemini responded to. That's quite different from what Google seemed to be suggesting, that a person could have a smooth voice conversation with Gemini as it watched and responded in real time the world around it. Very fake. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Again, we're not going to go over it again, but very cool demonstration. I still think it's going to be a great tool, an amazing tool, but with all the lying, it becomes very hard to actually tell if a tool is good or not, because if they're lying about this, well, what else are they lying about? In general, companies tend to lie a lot about their products anyway, so I think it still can be good. And for now, let's just not talk too much. Let's actually go ahead and test Gemini. So this is the page for it. I'll leave the link in the description, but you can also have a look at it as well. Welcome to Gemini era. Here's the demo. Meet the first version of Gemini, our most capable AI model. Beautiful. So comparing with ChatGPT straight away. And if we have a look at these values, okay, so they're actually very close. I thought that it would be, I didn't think the average user will realize any single difference. And apparently we've got the Nano, we've got Pro and Ultra. So they're really selling this product. Like, I just really want to use it. Hands on with Gemini. Watch highlights from our testing Gemini. Let's see, is this the same video? Yeah, it is. So that is the fake video. Again, they're not highlights. It's not real. Let's keep going. Okay, so is there a way for me to actually use it or not? I think you can use it with Bard. Okay, cool. So, not the easiest to test, but that was it for this episode. That was my very simple reaction to this. So, in conclusion, it seems like a very cool tool. It seems like it's exactly the same as ChatGPT. Input and output is fake. It's not true. You cannot speak to it. It cannot speak back to you. It cannot respond to images the way they tried to show that it did. So for now, I'll be using ChatGPT until we actually have a hands-on sort of demonstration of it and something that I can use straight away. But yeah, that's it for now, and I hope you did enjoy this our first React video, and I hope to see you soon in the next episode.